Hello everyone, and welcome back to another StarCraft 2 replay cast. This is Overmind, and today we're going to watch a ZVP on Overgrowth LE. There's the GLHFs going out, smiley faces all over the place, because today we're here to have fun. But before I hop into that, down here at the bottom side of the map, we have our Zerg player, Steve-O from Nullus, whose name is definitely going to get abbreviated because I'm not saying that every single time. Looks like he's going to have a little overlord headed out to scout. Up here at the top side of the map, we have Steve Brown. Very dignified sounding name. Now, Steve Brown is actually our submitter for this replay, and he's just informed me that he has recently made it to gold, so round of applause for Steve Brown. Good for him, and thank you very much for submitting this replay. Down here you can see that he's doing a wall-in, which this bottom sort of forge fast expand is really only a problem if you get 8-pooled or something really early like that. So he's probably going to be pretty set with this, especially if he puts down a cannon or something to back this up. You can see his gateway coming in here. And I should mention that Steve Brown did submit this game. He also mentioned to me that he likes Zealots. Zealots are apparently one of his favorite things, and let's face it, they're a good initial unit. Very fun, especially once you get that Zealot charge upgrade there. He does have this nice forge here, which will allow him to get more upgrades and kill zerglings and roaches a lot easier. Look at that, hey Overlord. The scout got scouted. On the bright side, just having the Overlord see this will probably deter him from any early zergling attacks, although it might inform his choices as far as getting banelings or roaches. Although he'll, let's face it, still probably get roaches because they're a huge pain to deal with. This probe has really been holding the front this whole time. He's waiting for this Zealot to warp in, or not warp in, to just finish making, because this is not warp gate yet. So that he can hold the line. There we go. Back here at the Zerg base, we have a gas up, we've got a pool. No Zergling speed yet. I think these are the first, yes, these are the first Zerglings on the field. This base is up, though, starting to drone up at this expansion. Zergling's gonna slowly hobble across the map. Take a look at this front. Although this cannon and the single Zealot should be able to hold off 4 Zerglings pretty well. Steve Brown gonna take his expansion. Now, he did mention that he really likes Zealots, and I can see that being very good versus Zerg, but the thing that you would really want to worry about is that late game, that muta transition. It'd be very problematic to just have Zealots and all of a sudden have air units show up. So hopefully we're gonna see some aggression out of him, see him sort of trim back Zerg's extra bases, Zerg's ability to tech up. We do see that Steve-O, Mr. O, is taking his 3rd base here. And Zerg players do generally want to be about 1 base up, at least 1 base up, really. More is better, of course, if you can maintain that. At least 1 base up on Protoss and Terran players, so this is good for him. He's pretty well where he should be. Looks like we've got a Roach Warren coming in. Roaches are usually better against Protoss, but either way would be good since Steve Brown is very much blocking off a lot of his inner areas with buildings, and you could Baneling bust right through that. Also gonna have a Hydralisk Den, in case Steve Brown decides to go air. Oh, but little does he know that it's gonna be a Zealot kinda day. Back here we've got these 4 Zealots, and he is adding on gateways pretty aggressively, which is good. Sign that we will see maybe some movement here soon. He's getting that charge upgrade, which is fantastic. Also gonna go ahead and get the weapons upgrade here. And, oh, looks like he's gonna go ahead and research armor for this one. So he has these 2 forges, which is great if you're going heavy ground units, because then you get the double upgrades going. You can see that both of them are doing a really good job of keeping their money low, which is excellent. And it looks like he has at least one stalker, which is good for sniping overlords. I think I saw that scout overlord get taken out here. Yep, in fact, this one stalker has the first kill of the game, at least I believe so. Looks like these zerglings are running around, although this third base that Steve Brown has taken is pretty well blocked off by these what are becoming warp gates and these cannons. Really, really good use of buildings to control where the Zerg player can go and to keep him out of his business, because this third is actually pretty well defended just by these buildings, and even if a large number of zerglings or roaches or what have you came up here, it'd be pretty hard for them to get through before Protoss could do something, a warp in, anything about it. Looks like we do have a proxy pylon coming up on this map here. It looks like we might see some of that nice aggression that I've been hoping for on this third base, which would be great. Although the Zerg player is going to go ahead and take a fourth, which is probably the correct decision for him at this point in the game, since he has a lot of minerals that he's hovering. And it looks like he's going to go ahead and go Infestation Pit, which could also be bad, since Steve Brown does not yet have detection. In come the Zealots, look at them charge in, killing those queens, taking out those roaches. Some of these stalkers are over here kind of messing with the base itself instead of attacking these remaining units, which he might have been able to take out all at once, but it's really more of a minor complaint since clearly this base is going to fall, which is what we want. Down go several of the overlords. They are moving back. And I don't think we're going to see a supply block out of this just yet, but it's certainly going to cut into that supply. Zealots charging, trying to get those last larvae, which are basically indestructible. Looks like the Evo chamber is probably going to go down, yep, before the upgrade's finished. Backing off to avoid taking damage from those little... Oh, are we gonna... Spine crawlers dying! Spine crawlers dying before they can ever come into the world. This Evo chamber looks like it's also going to be taken out. Roaches and Hydralisks are going to go ahead and give a pushback to this remainder of this force. Looks like there are some Zealot reinforcements down here. This proxy pylon becoming invaluable in this little push. Looks like one Zealot is just hanging out here guarding the pylon. Alright, here comes the warp in. Now we do have a little bit of money from both of them being built up. Steve Brown could probably afford to go ahead and take a fourth or even fifth base and add some gateways on. Because the best time to expand is when you are killing everything else in your opponent's army. You will note that even though we have taken out a base here from the Zerg, he is still on 4 bases, so he's not in the worst shape ever. But still not looking good. This natural might go down now. Stalker's looking pretty formidable. Zealots definitely need to focus on killing the units that are attacking them instead of the drones. Lots and lots and lots of spine crawlers going down trying to defend this. They are going to go ahead and snipe this single Zealot off. Looks like during all of that, this undefended third base did fall. So now the Zerg player is down to 2. We have a proxy pylon here that the Zerg is very correctly trying to get rid of, since that's really going to help this push. We also have what looks like a proxy over here near the 4th. Zealots running in every square, charging. They're trying to kill the eggs, which it's just not worth your time. Whole bunch of spine crawlers up here, poking away, killing Zealot after Zealot. Looks like the rest of the army is going to move up. We need to scoot those stalkers up so that the Zealots can get in there. But they are just going to try and kill all of these overlords that they can. It looks like they are going to go ahead and move up the ramp. Small forest down here, taking out this 4th. The main is gone, and there's the GG. Alright guys, it's pretty exciting. It's really nice to see someone push with Zealots. Especially nice to see someone win versus Zerg, especially since my ladder has been counter to that pattern lately. In any case, if you want to send in replays, the place to send them in is to noobcrafted@gmail.com. And I do accept replays from anyone of any level of play, bronze, silver, gold, all the way up to Grandmaster. Thanks for watching, I had a fun time casting, and have a good night!